Oh, so I painted my nails. From now on, it's just mental health for me. Like, it's just mental health until I'm 40 years old, man. It's just mental health, physical health until I'm 40, man. I'm not gonna get a job until I'm 40 years old. I'm not gonna get a job and do all that shit until I'm 40. Like, it's from now on, like, I have very poor physical health. I have very poor mental health. And it's just mental and physical health until I'm fucking 40 years old, man. That's the way it's got to be. You guys see me on this channel. I have to improve myself somehow. And the only way I can think to do it is just by being sober as long as I possibly can. Which should be for the rest of my life, really. Just be sober as long as I possibly can. I can't even fuck with drugs or alcohol anymore, man, because they're too strong. I mean, even just like an ibuprofen is too fucking much for me. I mean, that's just too much for me. Like, anything, like, I take gabapentin every single day, twice a day, but I'm under so much fucking stress. I mean, it's my fucking job to do the right thing and just don't get a job. Just remain unemployed. Do the right thing. And don't get any more tattoos. Just save your money that you get from the government so that you're not broke all the time. And I'm receiving $100 a week right now, and my rent is paid and everything. Also, I was sort of rationalizing why men are so suicidal. Because men are suicidal. I was suicidal too. Men are suicidal because I'm not suicidal anymore, but like, men are suicidal because they're like, they live life on fucking hard mode. Like, men are expected to die in war and be put in the draft and die in fucking war. All like, men are dying in war for fucking pussy at the age of fucking 19 and shit, on fucking fighter jets at the age of 19. And like, men are expected to fucking, and if they're not at war, they're expected to work like 16 hours a fucking day and raise fucking children with their wives and shit. Raise their fucking children, fuck their wives and have children. I mean, men are expected to do so much and they can't even find a girlfriend because all the girls are trying to be baddies now, which essentially means anti-Christian. Being a baddie just essentially means anti-Christian, like just not being a good person. Like, being a bad girl is like essentially just anti-Christian. Like, you listen to fucking rap music and you think you're a bad bitch and you're fucking just essentially anti-Christian, which is absurd because the Bible is sort of like the Word of God, even though in my opinion the Word of God is the Holy Quran, because I'm a Muslim, although I'm also a Christian. I'm both. I'm a Christian and a Muslim, but like, to me the actual Word of God is the Holy Quran. And I think, like, I say, like, yeah, I think I'm Jesus Christ, but I'm also Lain Iwakura, who's a woman, and I'm also, to everybody on the planet who sees me, just some little man, just like everybody else. And that's the way it's going to be for my whole life. Also, I'm going through a feminization process where I'm becoming more and more womanly, although I still have to live as a man. And inside, I'm Lain Iwakura and Kichi, the Mexican black woman. But all I'm saying is, like, this is so much to handle. All you have to do is focus on your mental health and your physical health. And also, I struggle with addictions. I have 3 addictions. I'm addicted to cigarettes, instant coffee, and hentai. And sometimes I'll drink Diet Coke or like water. But like, that's, every day is the same for me. I'm like a real fuck up. I'm a real fuck up. And I did drugs for like 6 years. And now I'm 2 years, almost 3 years sober now. In December, I'll be 3 years sober. But I need 16 years sober. I need to be sober until I'm 40. And I sort of realized as an adult You're essentially supposed to fucking do nothing. I just witness what other people who are adults do. I said I was addicted to hentai, whatever. I'm like, other people, they fucking do nothing all day. Other people don't do shit. I mean, have you seen people who like just walk through a Walmart or see people at jobs where they essentially just do nothing? I mean, people, they essentially do nothing all day. I mean, that's the way especially if you're a disabled person like me, you're supposed to fucking do nothing until you can get better. I mean, you have to improve yourself as long as you possibly can. For 16 years, I say, just live this way for 16 years. I told them I don't think I could survive if I lived on my own inside of an apartment. And they wanted to get me an apartment. But I said I think I would straight up die if I lived by myself. So I told them, since I'm a girl and I'm like trying to be a mother to myself, I told them, I don't think I could survive on my own just living in an apartment. And I live in a group home. I'm just trying to be a mother to myself. Like, you're really, like, I'm very wise if I can say all of this. And I asked ChatGPT in my last video, I asked ChatGPT what my life would be like when I'm 40. And it said you'll have accumulated so much life experience. Because think, if I got sober at 24, and I'm 26 going on 27 now, and I'm almost 3 years sober, when I'm 40, I'll be 16 years sober. When I'm 30, I'll be 6 years sober. Just being 6 years sober would be so much. It would be so much to be 6 years sober. But being 16 years sober would be an amazing thing. So in reality, what you're supposed to do is fuck all. You're supposed to do fuck all. I mean, these 3 little addictions that I'm so afraid of don't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. These 3 little addictions don't fucking matter. All that matters is like being sober until, for 16 years. And then you'll be 40 and you'll be 16 years sober. You're not supposed to get a fucking job. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. You're not supposed to do anything. You're supposed to focus on your mental health literally for 16 years straight. And that's what I'm trying to explain to myself. You're not supposed to be on top of the fucking game. On top of the fucking food chain. Number 1 in the fucking game. I'm already fucking top G anyways. And I can do hardcore exercise if I put my fucking mind to it. And I'm not fucking super stressed out. I'm like, you're not supposed to have intrusive thoughts. You're a baby. You're not supposed to have schizophrenia. You're a fucking baby. You know what I mean? You're a baby. A 26-year-old, you're still a baby. To a 40-year-old, a 26-year-old is a baby. When you're 40, you're going to look back at yourself at 26 and say, I was such a baby back then. I was such a baby. And it's even more complicated because I'm a biological woman. I'm literally a woman. So I'm like biologically a woman, essentially intersex, although really I'm just a biological female. So that makes life even more complicated. And so you can't figure all this out unless you're 16 years sober. And then you'll be so strong and smart. I mean, imagine what you can do when you're 40. Now you think you're on top of the game at 26. When you're 40, you'll be on top of the fucking game for real. When you're 40, you'll be a fucking, like, a real fucking gangster. I mean, you're not supposed to fucking do anything. I met a fucking guy when I was in the psych ward yesterday. Outside when I left the psych ward, when I was waiting for my cab to go home. And he was a fucking guy with a couple face tattoos, just like I have face tattoos. And he was in a fucking wheelchair. And he asked me for a cigar, and I gave him a cigar. And I was fucking like, man, this guy fucking understands. As an adult, you're not supposed to fucking do shit. As an adult, you're not supposed to fucking do anything. I've written and published 6 books All the links are available in the description. Also, YouTube removed my links and I had to fucking submit my ID because I had to and delete 20 of my videos because it said that my videos were controversial. Anyways, so there's links to all 6 of my books. I've literally published 6 books. I've done so much with my life, but my life has just begun. Because I'm only 26 and I need to be 16 years sober. My life has just begun. Also, my father might take me to Canada for a few days and we'll walk around Canada and I'll see essentially that the cities in Canada are essentially the same as the USA. I mean, the cities in Europe, yeah, they have all this architecture, which is fucking like medieval, but that doesn't mean that Europe is really any different from the United States, except that there's a far less crime and people on drugs in fucking Europe, although there's 800 million people in Europe. So you're still going to have like crack addicts in Europe, you know? All I'm saying is like I'm actually a former drug addict and a former alcoholic, and I have a problem where like crack is one of my addictions, but I said it's a suicide drug and I'll never smoke it again. I've only done crack 6 times. I thought I had to prove my fucking worth by smoking crack in the streets for a year, but I said that's really not a good thing to do, even though I've been thinking about crack ever since I smoked it. You're not supposed to smoke fucking crack. You're not supposed to be cooking crack on the stove, and you're especially, definitely, not supposed to be selling crack to people so you can look like a fucking thug. You're already a fucking G, man. And you gotta be sober until you're fucking 40 just to be 16 years sober. Because you suffer from something called schizophrenia and you need fucking help, man. So I say stay in the fucking group home and live this fucking way until you're 40. Just that's what I say. Live this way until you're 40. And then you'll fucking understand when you're 40 that it's okay to do fuck all. So that's all I really have to say.